All right, Nia, will you help me? So we've got 10,
20, 30, 40, 50,
30, 40. Okay, so when we get to 40, we have to stop. And this is where we're going to use Theo's strategy. So I have 40, and I have leftover. How many leftover do I have, Theo?
0.
Well, I have one group of 5 left over right here. I circled it in red. So I have to add my group of 5 that I have left over. And I'm going to use Jonah's strategy. Jonah took his skip counting and he took his leftover and he added them together. So we have 40 plus 5. We have 45 total. So we could skip count by 2s, by 5s, by 10s. There's lots of ways that we've been practicing skip counting. All right, let's look at this next problem right here. We have our 10 rods, and I can count them, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to check. That is a 10 rod. I want to see how many 10 rods do I have. So I'm going to use blue, and I'm going to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10 rods. If I have 8 10 rods, how many cubes do I have so far? If I have 8 10 rods, how many cubes do I have so far? I have a brave mathematician that would like to try and help. I think there's some of you that might know the answer. And if you know the answer, will you show me on your fingers? How many 10 rods do I have so far? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 10 rods. If I have 8 10 rods, how many cubes do I have? Anthony, how many cubes do I have in total so far?
You have 8 cubes.
If I have 8 10 rods, how many cubes are there? How many individual units are there? Let me grab them. So if this is my 10 rod, Anthony, and I have 8 of them, how many individual cubes do I have? Well, I know that there are 10 cubes in this 10 rod. So how many do I have all together? Do you want to help me skip count? Let's skip count. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So far I have 80 cubes. If I have 8 10 rods, I have 80 cubes. But then I have some left over. So who can help me count the ones I have left over? Theo, would you like to help me count my unit cubes that I have left over? No? Okay. Let's see who would. Make sure you're muted. Thank you. Julia, can you come back and sit down at your seat, please? Let's see. Alice, will you help me count these leftover unit cubes?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So let's pull this back up. Move it over so I can see it better. And I'm going to put them on my paper once we count them. So do you see them right here?
Yes.
Let's count them. Here's 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. I'm a little bit slower than you are, but I'm putting them on my paper. So you said, oh no, it's very blurry. Let's see if our visualizer can make it a little bit clearer. There we go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like this on your screens. There's a row of 5, and then there's 3 more. So if you see the row of 5, this is 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6,
7, 8, thank you. So I have 80 plus 8 more, and my mouse is very crooked. What is 80 plus 8? My answer is 88 cubes.
88 cubes.
All right, last questions. We're gonna do 7 plus 7. I'm gonna do it on my paper because I think it's easier for you to see. Thumbs up if you can see 7 plus 7 on my paper. Oh no, there are a lot of people that can't see that. I need to see your thumb if you can see 7 plus 7 in red on my paper. Good, okay. So I want to use the picture strategy. I'm going to draw 7 stars. 1, 2, if you'd like to do this along with me, you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 stars. And then I want to draw 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to count all of the images so that I can add them up. So I'm going to count, and I like to cross them off. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. Hold it up to the screen if you also got 7 plus 7 is 14. Let me see your screen if you got that. All right. Awesome job. Let's do 2 plus 2. Let's draw 2 hearts and 2 smiley faces. Then I need to count them. These are my smiley faces. Then I need to count them all together. Theo, can you help me count 2 plus 2?
I know what is it.
What is 2 plus 2, Theo?
4,
4. Can you help me count? So I have 1,
2, 3, 4.
4. I crossed them off and I checked my work. I have 4. Good job. All right, now we're going to do 5 plus 5. Connor, I need your eyes on the screen and I need your voice muted. Can you please solve 5 plus 5 for me? So I'm going to draw a 5 rod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another 5 rod. And I want to add them up. So I'm going to count all of the squares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. I checked my work. Yes, Theo, do you have a question?
It's not this. It's something with this.
Okay, what is your thought?
Never mind. I don't know how to say it.
Okay. All right, we are going to keep going and do 6 plus 6. So I'm going to count on this time. So I'm going to keep 6 in my head and I'm going to count 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at those fingers that I drew. Whoa, not very cute. But I'm going to keep the number 6 in my head and I want to count on. So I'm going to count on and I'm going to cross off the fingers. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I counted on my fingers and I have 12. Last problem, 3 plus 3. If I have 3 plus 3, what's my strategy? I know that 3 plus 2 equals 5 and I need to add 1 more to 5 and I get 6. So there's lots of ways we can break up these numbers to think about them in more friendly ways. All right, we're gonna take a quick break from sharing my screen and I wanna make sure I can see all of your faces. And I want you to hold up one of your hands, just one of them. Hold it up nice and big so I can see it. We're gonna keep it there for a little while, so if you need to rest it on a table like I am, you can rest yours on a table. Hold it up so I can see your hand. We are going to skip count by 5s. So when you hear your name, actually I need you all to unmute. So we're gonna try to stay really, really quiet until it's time to talk, but I want you all to try unmuting at the same time. And it's okay if there's background noise that you can't control. That happens sometimes. I'm gonna ask some of you to unmute if you haven't yet so that I can see and hear you and you can hear me. Julia, I'm looking for your hand. I'm looking for Alice's hand and Nia's hand. And Messiah's hand. There we go, Messiah's dancing around. All right, we're gonna skip count by fives. I want you to count with me. Ready? I see, so I'm gonna say your name and then I'm gonna say the number. Connor, 5. Miss Hartnagel, 10. Count with me, Theo, 15. Anthony, 20. Alice only needs one hand, 25. Elena, 30. Nia, 35. Jakar, 40. Delina, 45. Jonah, 50. Saya, 55. Okay. Maybe we need to stay muted. Put your hands down. Wiggle your fingers as fast as you can. Wiggle them behind your head as fast as you can. Reach them up to the sky as high as you can. And then behind your back as far as it can go. And then touch your toes. Touch all 5 of your toes on one foot and then touch all 5 of your toes on the other foot. Okay, and then tilt your head all the way back. And then tilt it all the way to your chin. Okay, we're gonna try to skip counting by 10 this time. We were a little wiggly, so we're trying to move our brains and the blood so that it's waking up our heads again, okay? We're gonna skip count by 10. Are you ready? Hold up your 10 fingers. Hold up all 10 fingers. Okay, skip count with me. We're gonna stop. I'm not gonna say your names this time. We're just gonna stop until we get to all of our classmates. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of you. So when we say 110, we're gonna stop. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, and then wiggle them. Woo, good job, you guys. 110 fingers. If we were to count all of our fingers and our toes, can anyone just guess what number, how many fingers and toes do we have? If we have 110 fingers, so we have this number, 110, can you see, oops, I just chatted you. 110 fingers, and we have the same number of toes. How many toes do we have? Write it in the chat if you think you know. If we have 110 fingers, and we have the same number of toes, how many toes do we have? Someone write it in the chat and see if they can tell me. Who can tell me? How many toes do we have?
Plus the same number equals what?
If we have the same number and we add them together, how many toes and fingers total? That's kind of hard.
Like your toes and your finger, like how much would that add?
So first think about how many toes we have. If we have 110 fingers, we also have 110 toes, right? So we have 110 toes. How many do we have together? You have to add up 110 plus 110 and see what you get. Let's see if anyone can write the answer in the chat. Comment the answer in the chat. I'll give you about 30 more seconds to see if you can think about what the answer might be. you're close, Jonah, but you forgot someone's.
Correction. Miss Smith, could you please come?
Sorry about that. The loudspeaker is going off. Jonah is very close, but he added up the 100 plus, where's my plus button? Plus 100, but he forgot about the 2 10s. So he still has to add 10 plus 10. Anthony, we have 220 toes and fingers. Great job, you guys. Way to think about that. That was a tricky bonus question. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to look at our lesson for today. I'm going to pull it up. We have a quick video to watch, so I want you to make sure your bodies are focused.
Jack Cartman!
What's 10 more? What's 10 less? You don't have to count or guess. What's 10 less? What's 10 more? Either way, you'll know for sure. Take a number and what's 10 more? Get the answer right away. You don't have to count, worry or doubt. Add a 1 to the tens place. What's 10 more than 20? Add a 1 to the tens place. 10 more than 20 is 30. 10 more than 50. Add a 1 to the tens place. 10 more than 50 is 60. Okay, what's 10 more than 70? Add a 1 to the tens place. 10 more than 70 is 80. Okay, what's 10 more than 10? Add a 1 to the tens place. 10 more than 10 is 20. Okay, what's 10 more? What's 10 less? You don't have to count or guess. What's 10 less? What's 10 more? Either way, you'll know for sure. Take a number and what's 10 less? Get the answer right away. You don't have to count, worry or doubt. Subtract the 1 from the tens place. What's 10 less than 20? Subtract the 1 from the tens place. 10 less than 20 is 10. Okay. 10 less than 50. Subtract the 1 from the tens place. 10 less than 50 is 40. Okay, what's 10 less than 70? Subtract the 1 from the tens place. 10 less than 70 is 60. Okay, what's 10 less than 10? Subtract the 1 from the tens place. 10 less than 10 is 0. Okay, what's 10 more? What's 10 less? You don't have to count or guess. What's 10 less? What's 10 more? Either way, you'll know for sure. What's 10 more? What's 10 less? You don't have to count or guess. What's 10 less? What's 10 more? Either way, you'll know for sure.
Awesome.
Let's be friends.
Okay.
Place your mouse on my guitar and click the red
Okay. So we are going to take a look at counting and all of the different ways that we can count tens and skip count. So we've already been practicing this. This is just some more practice for us. And Julia, I want you to not comment in the chat. Thank you.
Tens and ones. In my class, we like to count the number of fingers on different groups of kids. There are 3 children standing at the front of the room. Each student has 10 fingers. 10, 20, 30. There are 30 fingers. Then Paul comes over and adds 5 more fingers. Now, how many fingers are there?
Who can tell me? If Paul is coming over and he's only adding 5 more, how many fingers do the students have now? We have 30 and we're adding 5 more fingers.
60.
Someone who has their hand up and I can call on them. Jakar. If we've got 10, 20,
Four.
30, and we want to add 5 more, how many is that?
4.
We're adding 5 more. So we're not skip counting by 10, we're just skip counting by 5. So let's count them, Jakar. Ready? If we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There are 35 fingers.
I know that 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 more is 30. Then I count the extra ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Deshaun counts them by tens. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Leah knows that 3 kids had 30 fingers. 30 and 5 more fingers is 35 fingers. We all agree that 3 groups of 10 fingers and 5 more fingers makes 35 fingers. I can use these same strategies to count other things that come in groups of 10s and 1s. Here is a group of cubes. How many cubes are there?
Okay, so here's a group of cubes. We know that these cubes we can count and check. Are they 10 rods? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yes, they are 10 rods. So now we want to see how many cubes there are all together. So we can skip count by tens. So if this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. Show me on your fingers, 52. Awesome.
This row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cubes. I have 5 rows of 10 cubes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then I have 2 more cubes. 51, 52. 5 rows of 10 and 2 more cubes makes 52 cubes. The 5 tells us that there are 5 groups of 10 in this number. That's why it's called the tens place. The 2 tells us that there are 2 single cubes, or ones. That's why it's called the ones place. I can also represent a number using groups of 10s and 1s. For example, I can build a number using 10 frame cards. How many 10 cards would we need to show 43? Diego counts by tens to figure this out. 10, 20, 30, 40. You need 4 of them. Jacinta agrees, but she looks at the number to figure out how many groups of 10 to use. She says that 43 has 4 tens, so that's how she knows you need 4 10 cards. 4 10 cards makes 40. There are 40 dots. How many more dots do we need to make 43?
How many more dots do we need to make 43?
1.
So I have 40. Theo, will you take a seat, please? I have 40 and I need to get to 43. How many more dots do I need to add? I need you all to be showing me your video so I can see you. That's really important. How many more do I need, Jonah? If I have 40 and I need to get to 43, how many more dots do I need?
You need 3 more ones.
I need 3 more ones. Yeah, so I could check and I could say 40 in my head, 41, 42, 43 on my fingers, and then I can check and see I have 3 fingers. Awesome job, Jonah.
Lyle thinks that since we have 40 and we need 43, we need a card with 3 dots. We have 40 and 3 more. 41, 42, 43. To make 43, we needed 4 10 cards and a 3 card. 43 has 4 10s and 3 1s. I can show a number using groups of 10s and 1s. And I can look at a number and figure out how many groups of 10 and how many 1s I will need to represent it.
That's right. So we are going to go back and I want to show you our game for today. It's on ABC, yeah? Oh, mine's not loading. Mine hasn't been loading today, so if yours doesn't load either, I want you to try again, and if it still doesn't load, I want you to move on, because for some reason, I'm going to see if I can fix it, but for some reason, mine has not been loading. All right, when you're finished playing this game, it's very similar from the game you played yesterday, so I will go back and fix it. Once you're playing the game, I want you to do one lesson of Dreambox, and I want you to get on Extra Math. So I want to show you really quickly, this is how we do it again. And I'm going to stop the video because the video doesn't need